about obviously the position that you found yourself in for you to develop a go-to-market strategy in the middle of COVID. And I know you said we wanted to go to different verticals, but what sort of steps did you put into place to actually maybe go and get that first 1-2 clients? Yeah, what were the kind of strategies you put in place?
Yeah, I mean, I perhaps won't talk too much about what we did initially, because it didn't work.
Right.
Yeah, the shape of the agency now and how we go about things is very different to what I was doing, back in 2020. And perhaps some of that is the fact that I'd never worked in an agency before, so there was some naivety, etc., etc. But our kind of success from a go-to-market really was, it really came out of the switch to GA4, because I was kind of speaking to different leaders in different businesses, different marketing teams about GA4. And look, I'm a positive guy. I always look for the upside, but crucially, I always look for the opportunity. I always go, if I was sat in someone's shoes, where's the money? Where's the opportunity? Where would I be mining? And so I talk about GA4 in terms of the advantages and the opportunities that it would bring businesses. And I very quickly realized that this wasn't what people were used to hearing. They were used to hearing about how it was a problem and it was an inconvenience, and they were only doing it for compliance. And for the rest of the industry, we're talking down what was happening, and that people felt that they were being held hostage, and that when I talked to them about that kind of upside, all of a sudden they saw kind of like the anxious face, this is a problem and I want it to go away, to switch, and but all of a sudden you've got that kind of, you've seen people with that confidence that actually there's something in this that I hadn't seen before, and it was at that point that I thought, look, this is a real opportunity for us if we take a different position to the rest of the marketplace, and focus ourselves around the opportunity rather than the technical execution. Everyone was talking about the kind of tech, and the people they were talking to, quite frankly, don't care about the tech. They care about the output. They care about the results at the end of it. So we very much have focused on that singular issue, be it to start with, it was that singular issue of people need to transition to GA4, and since it's been focusing on that singular issue of actually now you've done it, how do you get the most out of that platform? How do you turn it into something that really drives your business? And so our focus has been very much singular issue, be very clear what we're solving, build a relationship with the client around, maybe it's an initial audit, maybe it's helping them get things set up in the first place, maybe they're launching a new website, build the confidence through that initial engagement, and use that then to kind of build a longer term relationship with the client in terms of using the insight to drive up conversion rate, average order values, all those things that is our bread and butter. So that's been our secret sauce in terms of go to market. I mean, we've relied heavily on referrals. I put a lot of work in quite early on in building relationships with other agencies, and that's been a big part of our success. Obviously, my own network helps. You spend 20 years in the industry, you meet people, so that's helped. And I shamelessly promoted myself on LinkedIn every day for what felt like a lifetime, posting selfies, trying to get people to crack a smile when talking about something that's normally very dry. I think if I'm being really honest, our go-to-market strategy was singular issue, be very clear about how we solve it, and then lean into our kind of network of contacts to get us the conversations with the right people at the right times. Because the truth is, if someone's got a problem with their data, the first person that will hear about it will probably be their marketing agency or the development agency. So it's been about making sure that when they have those conversations, they're going, we know who you need to speak to.
Absolutely. I said it feels like a long time. There was every day I logged on to LinkedIn, the first thing I saw every morning was your face.
I had one client who he said to me that the first thing he saw in the morning was my face, and then he turned over and looked at his wife, which always felt a little bit creepy.
Well, I suppose I don't know what's worse, the fact that he's seeing your face every morning, or he's on LinkedIn first thing in the morning before he looks over and sees his wife. Before
he rolls over and says good morning to his beautiful wife and offers to make a breakfast in bed. I mean, that's
absolutely.
That's my normal routine.
But look, I mean, what I think was really impressive when you talked about your go-to-market, singular issue, specialize in something. But I think the key thing is that you've talked about, and I'm speaking to a couple of businesses now who, you talk about regulations and is there really a need for it until it's enforced? You've got some companies feel they're being backed into a corner and pressured to take a piece of tech. Obviously, as you were talking about, in this case, it's GA4. I think what you've done really well is you've focused on, you mentioned the hows, but I think more importantly, you've looked at the why. Why is this important and why you can get the value, right? So that's the thing I think you've really driven home. It's the value of actually putting in this tech. It's not about the tech itself. It's about the value that it brings. And if you as an individual and as an agency can help crack that value, and then that you create, certainly as an agency, you create long-term sticky clients, which obviously is something that you've done very well.
Yeah, look, I think this is one of those made-up statistics, but I guarantee that the majority of CEOs and business founders, they don't care about the tech. No. They care about the results that the tech drives, and I think that's always been the focus for us. Don't labor on about the process and the setup and the features. Focus on the difference it's going to make. What is this going to mean for your business? How is it going to help your business grow and get more customers and increase value? Because that's what people care about.